Good morning. I believe we are live. Yes. Give me a hello if you're coming in. Give me a hello if you're coming in. It is Monday, 29th of June. We are about to start another week of outside sessions. The weather is looking debatable, up and down. But we go on, and we also luckily have our home workouts, which are 6:15, 7 this morning, 9:30, 7 p.m. Give me a hello if you're coming in. So, wanted to talk about today about something that happened yesterday. It was really, really good. And I'll actually share the post. And it was one of the ladies, Maggy, who's on our 28-day kickstart. By the way, our next 28-day kickstart starts from today. So you can start, there's a flexible start date for the week. Send me a message if you want more info on that. So, she sent me a message saying, 3 weeks in, I'm quite disheartened, Matt, the scales haven't moved, until I did my measurements and I found that I lost 7 inches. And it just goes to show, and then all of a sudden she's gone from feeling disheartened to feeling like really good. And my first point is, one, don't just rely on the scales. Salt intake, time you go to bed, water intake, carb intake, fibre intake, can all influence menstrual cycle, medication, can all influence the scales. And if you put that much focus onto the scales, you're going to just keep beating yourself up for it because you're trying to control an outcome that you're not in control of. Yes, you can influence it, but you cannot control. And if you're someone who loves to see the scales go down and down and down and down like that, be prepared. And this is a key thing. People who succeed in changing their body shape, getting fitter, getting healthier, get okay with failing, having setbacks, everything not going their way. And I think that's an important reminder that it's okay not to be perfect. In fact, I had a Zoom one-to-one with one of the ladies just getting started on her 28-day kickstart yesterday. We were on Zoom and I said, you know what? She couldn't get her sound to work. I said, let's just go on video call. Then she's like, oh no, I've got it now. It all of a sudden came on. She was upside down for half of it. But you know what? The message was there. She's got a plan. She's ready to go. Her book is out to her now, so they'll be, I was about to say shipped, posted to her, and she's good to go. And the point is, there's going to be obstacles, there's going to be things that aren't perfect, but if you just keep showing up, you increase your chances of success by 100%. That's an important thing to remember. So, on to measurements. Consider this, if she's lost 7 inches, that's a lot, I'm going to say that's big, and that's a hell of a lot. So, you know, consider this. 7 inches from her body gone, weight stayed the same. So something's changed. She's lost body fat. Remember, pound of body fat could be, say, that big. Pound of muscle could be, say, that big. So weight, the same, but 20% smaller perhaps. Pound of muscle, pound of fat. Morning, Deb. And isn't that really exciting to know that sometimes the scales don't have to go down? So if you've been someone who's dieted all your life and relied on the scales to dictate, this hates when I say this, especially having young girls, dictate your self-worth as magazines sometimes portray it to be, even with guys, like, you know, I'm coming from someone who had an eating disorder. You see that, and it's crazy that we put so much. And even with inch measurements, sometimes you have to consider the process. And this is why in our one-to-one, we go through your 3 habits. We go through your 3 habits in here. So you have 3 habits that you can just tick off, because these you can absolutely control. A food habit, a fitness habit, and a self-care kind of mindset habit. Something for you, because when you just control what you can, focus on the process, you can do 2 things then. Either 1, consider that what you're doing maybe isn't enough to get a change. And I know that's the hard truth, but at least you know, and you're okay with that. Or you just haven't done it long enough. Or, lastly, we need to perhaps change the plan because we're not sticking to it for long enough. So it might be that the goals that you set on day 1, the habits that you were okay with, it's got to be your plan, on day 1 that we've kept you accountable to, weren't actually going to fit your lifestyle. Or maybe you've just gone back to work, as happened. You've gone back to work, life's changed and you're trying to hit goals that you were trying to hit in lockdown, or vice versa. You've gone from a busy job to now it's actually quieting down and it's gone back to normal because things are opening up again. So many, you just can't plan for this scenario. So you've got to be very adaptable. Okay, very adaptable. So, lastly, a few strategies to help kickstart some fat loss. Now, I'm going to approach this from two angles. If you've lost body fat or lost weight and you're nearing your first target, maybe you set a target. If you haven't set a target, I'd definitely recommend doing that. If you're nearing your first target, this is going to sound weird, but I would actually slow down your fat loss and not aim to speed it up if you're nearing your target. And the reason being is because sometimes we crash into it like when a plane lands, when a rocket lands, I'm pretty sure it doesn't crash into the floor at all speed. And you've got to consider with that is if you crash into it, you're probably deprived, tired, depleted. And you've got to remember that what we're doing has to become a lifestyle change, okay? This isn't something that's just a quick fix overnight. So consider with this, you've got to kind of make this become your norm. If you want to keep the results, you've got to kind of keep to the habits that you're bringing into your lifestyle. So you've got to learn to live with them. There's no kind of massive rush to get there, because if you're changing habits too fast, you're going to be not happy. If you're crashing into it, deprived, can't wait for that end date because you've deprived yourself so much, what next? What happens when you actually get there? And then you finally think, yay, I can eat. It's human nature. I can, and then it's just quite depressing when you get there and you realise, one, it didn't actually influence my self-worth as much because of what I had to do to get there. And two, what was all that for? Whereas rather, yes, I might get there a bit slower, but it's fitting my lifestyle, allows me to eat food, dinners, go out, not be so crazy around food, have a social life, have a glass of wine without feeling guilty, have a glass of wine without it being the end of the world, and now Thursday to Sunday is a write-off because I've had that one. A pound's gone on. Instead of responding negatively, I'm going to accept it for what it is, look at the facts. What have I done? What haven't I done? Is it just a fluctuation? Let's see. Go for another week. No hard. No big thing. Because if this is going to be a lifestyle change, we have to change the way we look at it from the start. Our beliefs about the scales, our beliefs about foods, our beliefs about this all or nothing, our beliefs about perfect versus progress, our beliefs that you have to exercise an hour or it's pointless. I think we proved that last week in our 5-day kickstart that 10 minutes can do a lot. People were like, ow, couldn't reach for the shower gel. And also the 3-minute test. If you're struggling to exercise today, commit to 3 minutes. If after 3 minutes you don't want to do any more, just don't do it. And morning, Tanya, just don't do it. If after 3 minutes you don't want to do it anymore, maybe you're actually tired and you need to have a break. But you're beating yourself up for being lazy. When you're not lazy, maybe you're just tired. You've just worked absolutely long hours. You haven't slept well. Commit to 3 minutes. If after 3 minutes you don't want to do any more, don't do any more. It's an easy, simple, quick test you can do to really see that. Commit to it. So, I hope that helps. Any questions, let me know. If you do the 3-minute test, let me know what happened today. Did you carry on? Did you stop? Worst case, you've done 3 minutes. And this is something I do a lot-ish. So I do struggle to fit in exercise sometimes. Plus, I do struggle, especially with this new home environment, to sometimes just go, you know what, I need to work out now. I've got so much to do. It's never ending. I could do it all. So one, I prioritise. Two, I get my workout in while I'm cooking dinner, playing with the kids. Like yesterday, I was doing a quick set got like a body weight pull-up bar, dip bar in the garden, but you could do anything, squats, push up on the wall. Then I'd go to the kids, I'd chase them around, I was throwing them up in the air, and if you haven't got kids, doesn't matter. I mean, just like while you're cooking a dinner, and I get it in. And actually, by the end of it, I've had a really good workout. They've had fun, I've had fun. So you just got to fit it in. It's not perfect. It's not like I'm going to the gym for 2 hours, but actually, rather spend time with my kids anyway. So, morning, Ali. Can't remember if I said that. Morning, Patricia. So, any questions, do let me know. Have a great day. Let me know if you're going to do the 3-minute test today and what the outcome was. I have rambled on. It's time for our 6:15 session. Box and benchmark. So you need 2 tins. 2 tins. Get the tins. Beans. I might use a jackfruit just for a laugh because no one could find jackfruit for our live cooking on Friday where we did vegan curry. This week is a pork ottolenghi. Yeah, no one could find the jackfruit, so I'm going to use the jackfruit tin as its prized possession. So, have a great day. Any questions, let me know, and speak soon. Take care.